Did I take my thing? Oh. We are really discombobulated today. Good morning, friends. I have good news for you all. Do we have?
We have nobody on yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. I still have good news for the nobody that's on.
Oh, we got one person.
Hello. We survived the shop hop, 14 days, and the Add Insult to Injury Strawberry Festival. We came out unscathed. A fun time was had by all, and now we're done. So
Yay.
We're grateful. It was a little bit stressful, I'll say. It was a little bit stressful, but it was still good. I got to watch the whole parade because Irene stayed back, and I love the parade. And I learned as I was watching it that I might be the only person in my family that loves the parade. So shout out to Jacob and his girlfriend Claire, who stood there the whole time with me while I loved the parade, and Irene, who was in here while I was watching the parade. But Albion has a great parade. I didn't realize that. I don't know who was talking about it recently, but there are parades places, but ours is apparently good. I mean, it's the only parade I really know. I don't go to any other parades, but it was good. And of course, we all waited with bated breath until the Albion Purple Eagles marching band came down, and they gave a great show. And I don't have any kids in it, but I still very much enjoy that production of the marching band. And my kid who was in it was riding on the, what is that? Not Farm Bureau, FFA, the float. FFA float. So that was fun. And then Shop Hop was great. We have a whole bunch of tickets, which means there were a whole bunch of shoppers here, and they really enjoyed our half packs, which is what we were hoping they would do. And so we are completely out of one of the patterns, but I'm going to order more of those. And then, yeah, it was just fun to meet some new people, and maybe some of you are new people from seeing us during the shop hop. So welcome, glad to see you.
Tell them to say hi. Shoot us a comment.
Oh yes,
we have 8 people on.
Yes, so if you're there, we don't know who you are. We just know how many by the little eyeball. So go ahead and say hello and good morning so that we know you're there and can call you by name. And today we are down a woman because Brenda's not with us this morning, but we are just going to be just fine. We just might not be able to answer all of your comments right away. So, or Irene says any of them. So, but we can try. We can try. Maybe right after. We'll get on that. All right. So we have a couple of things we're going to do. I was going to do an unboxing. I don't know how many of you have seen unboxings, but I've seen a few where they open up the box right in front of you and they don't even know what's inside, and then they open it and they pull it out and they're like surprised, and you're surprised, and it's fun, and it's new fabric. And the box that I was going to use for that came with a big, like this big area of syrup, sticky syrup on it, and I just could not have it near me anymore. So we got rid of the box, but we're still going to do the unboxing. And it's just, we know what it is, but it's still new and it's still fun. So we're going to do that today. We're going to show you some new fabric that we got in just a couple of days ago. And that fabric is up on the website and it's luscious. So, and then we're going to talk about classes. And Irene is going to talk about a fun project that she's been working on for a while. How many years?
It was supposed to be 2022.
Oh, that's not that bad.
But I didn't do it in 2022. I did 1 month, 2 months. And then I just finished the rest of it in 2023, halfway through.
Nice. That's not too bad, actually. That's great. But anyway, we'll let you figure that out toward the end. But I'm going to start with this, which is an upcoming class. This class is going to take place on my wedding anniversary, which I'm sure everybody knows. Just kidding. June 28th and 29th. Just the 28th is my anniversary. This is the finished product that could be made from the class. But really, the class is more of a technique class where students are going to learn the different stitches on their sewing machines. So the teacher is Alice Dunn, and she has a wealth of knowledge about double needles and single needles and embroidery, but not like fancy embroidery, just kind of those stitches that come on your non-embroidery sewing machine.
This is embroidery. This isn't the fabric. These are all embroidered. These little hearts, just so you know. Same way with these little vines. That's all embroidered. The dots were on the fabric, but the little vines are embroidered. So cool.
Yeah. So that's going to be 2 days, the 28th and 29th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and here in the classroom. And we just wanted to let you know that that's happening. If you ever sat down at your machine and were like, gosh, I wish I knew how to do this, and you just don't want to go to YouTube, Alice is your girl. So that is coming up at the end of this month, couple of weeks. And we also have our yo-yo pouch class tomorrow. It's not too late to sign up for that, but that is taking place tomorrow. Can't remember what time, but it's probably
maybe 10.
Maybe 10. We don't know. We'll figure it out. Irene's going to go and look it up. So we've got that. And then this is the new line. I don't know how many of you are Fig Tree Quilt fans. I am one. This is the first time we have had one of her lines here at the shop, and we bought a whole bunch of them. Can this be seen from the camera like this?
They can see it. I don't know how well they can see it.
All right, so this is a portion of the collection. I'm going to just hold it up like this so you can see how well it kind of blends together. But then I'm going to have Irene hold these up. These are sweet, sweet oranges and sort of a taupey gray. And they could be used. There's a National Grid guy. Oh no, it's the Village guy doing the water. And he just looked at me and saw me with my antenna on and gave a little smile. Entertainment, that's what we are. I'm so grateful they water those flowers.
Yes.
That's so great. I was trying to do it every day. And so this one is a black background.
This one looks almost 3D.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was cutting fat quarters, I fell in love with this fabric. It's just gorgeous.
And these are great. They could be used, like if you got a bundle of them or whatever, you could use them all in one project. Yep. We have a couple of projects coming up. But I mean, honestly, this one does not need the others.
This could be used in anything.
Yep.
It's so pretty. Very geometric.
And then we've got the orange of that same
look at that
print.
It's so pretty. Orange is my new favorite color. All my flowers are orange. Well, not all of them, but a lot of my flowers are orange. I love this sweet little print. That could go anywhere too. That doesn't even have the orange in it. And a stripe.
Everyone seems to be afraid of stripes, so don't be scared. But I like that one because it's on a diagonal. That's going to make some cool bindings.
Exactly. That would be an awesome binding.
And then there's a combination of the taupe and the orange. And these were created sort of they talk in the promotions about them being a Halloween theme. I think that's just because they're orange and black. But yeah, but they're like classy Halloween.
They don't look anything like Halloween to me.
Or, just fall or even summer. I mean, Irene's got the orange flowers. I'm sure a lot of us have them. So that is the second to newest line. And then, Irene, do you want to talk about your temperature quilt?
I would love to.
Then we'll do our unboxing and our 3, 2, 1. So
sounds good.
We'll switch.
All right. All right. So what you see here, I'm going to set this down, is a year and a half worth of work. And I started it. It's a Sue Pellin Designs. And what it amounts to is called a temperature quilt. Because what you do is you track the temperature for each day for 365 days of the year. You make these leaves, and the one to the left is the low, the one to the right is the high. Now you're saying, how do I know that? Because you create your own scale. I created this scale. I went every 5 degrees. Now, I was a little, I didn't want to get to a point and not have a fabric already fused and already taken care of. So I went from 110 to -10. Now, I didn't know what we'd use that year. I had tallied from the year before, and we didn't use anything. We never had a temperature in Albion, I did Albion, below 0 in 2021. In 2022, we had 2 of them before we got out of January. And you can tell because they're black. I made the below 0 ones black. So that's kind of cool. That, it's just interesting. I never became so interested in temperature in my life as I did when I was doing this quilt. Now, you may say, I don't want to have to do it. It's a website. You can go to a website. You can do any town. You can do any year. I did the year we were working on, which was 2022. You could do the year you were married. You could do the year your children were born. You can do any location. Your scale might change. Here in Western New York, we have a very broad range of temperatures. But in other areas, we had a woman who was doing this with us in Arizona. They only had a 10-degree variation.
All year?
All year.
Wow.
10 degrees. I had all these.
We have that in one day sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes 30 or 40. I mean, look how many. And I did 5 degrees. So it all depends on where you want to do it, how you want to do it, what fabrics you like. I went with the rainbow concept, the cool colors being the cool temperatures and the bright colors being the bright temperatures. No, the high temperatures. So this isn't quilted yet. It's on the schedule to be done next month. This one turned out to be a big one. I did the 4-inch leaves, but you can do 2-inch leaves or 3-inch leaves and make it much smaller. What I'm thinking of doing, and this will depend on your responses, is I'm thinking of doing one for next year as kind of like a sew along. Because once I teach you the basics of how to make the leaves with Sue's templates, it's just, let's get together and let's get caught up. I did not take advantage of that when Sue taught it, and I got way behind. I did really good in January and February because it's cold. There's nothing going on out there. I did a few leaves ahead of time, got a little bit carried away, and did way too many leaves ahead of time. But so all I had to do was pull a square and pull a leaf. I had everybody pre-fused, fuse it, buttonhole stitch it, then join the low and the high together, and then I had the day done. So now it was easy to get backed up, obviously. So I was thinking if we did like a sew along, just some camaraderie, just some, getting together and being social and working on your temperature quilt, that we could stay up with it. Now, that being said, if you choose to do the year you got married, you can go on the website. I have these adorable little graphs that Sue provided us with, upside down. That makes them even more adorable. And you just write down your temperatures. Okay? I did that one myself because I lost the one she gave us. You could go through and do it all and then just do it as you go along. You know what I mean? You don't have to wait for the day to find out what the temperature is if you don't do 2024. Forgot what next year was. So there's options here, but I can't wait till it is quilted. We're doing an all over pattern on it because it's so big. We're going to do an all over pattern. You will notice that. Will you notice that? Yes, you will. I don't know if you can see it. But there's spacers because not every month has 31 days.
I can see one in the top corner there.
So this is February. You can't see January. There's January because I flipped it when I put it back. Okay? But February needed spacers because in 2022, there was only 28 days. On the bottom, which you can't see at all, there are spacers for the months that have 30. Here, let me flip it up. It's a big one. So, this is the end of the year. Okay, look how warm it was last year. These colors are warm. But this spacer means November only had 30 days, December and October had 31. So it provides for the spacers. And I did my backing. I did a picture of this on fabric. And then I did my label on fabric. And I put it on, it's going to be on the back. I pieced the back together, which if you know me, that's major because I don't like to piece. I don't like piecing backs. I like doing that, but I don't like piecing backs. So, so that anybody will be able, this is on the back of my quilt. So I know what year it was. I also put it on the label. The fact it was Sue Pellin Designs and what my scale was. So anybody could look at this and they could tell what the temperatures were. But if you just want to look in general, it's just so pretty because it goes from the dark temperatures into the warmer temperatures back to some of the dark temperatures. Though I have to say that December and November weren't all that cold, if you remember that. So they suggest that you pick colors you like for the temperatures that are most prevalent in your area. And if you want to know what that is, you can just look at mine. I had gone through and done a tally of the year before. So I would know where were our I mean, I kind of knew, but I didn't know exactly within the 5-degree range. So as you can see, we never got below 0 in 2021. And we never got above 90 to 94. The same was true as on the high end of this. I never used any of these colors. Now, I only fused and made a very few leaves because I knew. I just wanted to be prepared, and I'll use them in another pattern. But we had 2 or 3 below, and 2 of them were 8 below for January. And so that's how I got to use some of my black fabrics. So if you're at all interested, if this intrigues you, I would love to talk to you about it and see if we have enough interest to actually do a sew along, or you know, there'll be a little bit of instruction at the beginning. We'll talk about Sue's templates to make. She does applique. She goes, she does rotary cut applique, where you make these leaves 12 at a time. So you don't have to cut out each individual leaf. I would not have done this if I had to cut out each individual leaf. I did them, and I have a whole bunch. I'm going to make a few more, not temperature quilts, but other designs with my leftover leaves. So if you're interested, let us know.
So I've gotten a request to pull back to see the whole thing.
Do you want me to flip it up?
Exactly do that.
I can try to flip it up.
Oh, that's an idea. Yep.
This could be interesting. We may pull it down.
Hopefully not. Yeah, this is a big one. Do you know the dimensions of this?
98 by 104? 98 by 100, I think.
Yeah, so that's a big one.
But it's wider than it is long.
And if you were to change the scale of the leaves, it would be a smaller one.
This is the largest size because, of course, you know, hey, I'm doing it. I may as well do 4-inch leaves. If you were to drop it down, even 3-inch leaves, you would lose a lot, you know, as far as size and bulk. There were a couple of reasons I chose 4-inch. I liked cutting the 4-inch. Now, I will tell you, these are not perfect. So if you're watching this and you've done one of these with Sue Pellin, please don't judge me. This was when I learned how to do leaves. So some of my leaves are a little fat because I didn't pay close enough attention. But this is how I learned I can do leaves in my sleep now because the 4-inch is a very easy curve to do The other time it's really easy is when you're buttonholing all of these. The 4-inch is an easier curve to buttonhole stitch or blanket stitch, whatever you want to call it. So, but it's going to be gorgeous. Not sure what I'm doing with it. Tara said it'd be great on a wall. I don't have a wall in my house big enough for this. So maybe I'll hang here for a little while. It's just huge. But again, you could do, I was thinking of doing one from the year my grandbaby was born. Tara suggested, why don't you just do a baby quilt with the month that she was born? And I love that idea.
That's good. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah. You have all these great ideas and you don't remember. And I could take, like, for example, I know Sue wouldn't mind me telling you this. She lives in Boston. And during this, she lost her father. He passed away. So on the day of her father's passing, she did her leaves in a real pretty silky black to commemorate him. So I was thinking if I did my Miss Sophia's birth month on October 14th, I could do it with some birthday fabric and not pay attention to the temperatures, but do it with birthday fabric. That would be cool. And then it would be a smaller, much smaller quilt, much smaller. But yeah. So basically there's 31 rows. And then where you don't have 31 days, there's fillers. So this turned out to be wider than it is long. It's 100 wide and like 90 something. I could have squared it up by doing bigger borders on the bottom, but by the time I got the borders, I was done. So this is good. I'm all right with it. And then, like I said, we probably don't have the backing handy, do we?
No, it's in the
one time when we're doing this, I'll show you the backing. Right in the middle, in 8.5 by 11 sheets on fabric, printed on fabric, I pieced in the scale and my label. And I have to tell you, it's the first time I've ever done a label on any quilt ever.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble now.
I know, it's terrible. But Marianne did a label for me for my baby quilt, and then I put the label on, but I didn't create the label. So, but yeah, but it's a beauty. So once it's due, I think it's going to be quilted the middle of next month, and maybe we'll keep it here because we'll be done with Fair Isle. So maybe it can hang where Fair Isle is for a little while, so you can see it if you want. And then I don't know where it's going. It's probably going home and getting packed up for a little while. So I'll have some place to put it.
You know what I'm appreciating about this is if you zone in on the summer and late spring, early fall, it's pretty much the same here.
Yeah.
And it's probably pretty nice. Like I just feel the winter so much that it feels so long. But I mean, if you look at these colors here, that's not the longest part of our year.
Well, it helps that the summer's all together, the winter's broken up.
Right.
But even then, look at these. I mean, yellows are like 60s and 70s. Mm-hmm. This is November.
That's November. Yep.
Look at the end. Look at the end of December. Remember, we had that quick heat.
Sure don't.
Sure don't. But yeah, we've got warm temperatures right into the November and December.
Was that last year, 2022? Yeah. So that's right after the blizzard.
Yes.
Of
the blizzard.
Christmas Eve.
The blizzard would have been right. So if this is 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, right here's Christmas. Right here's Christmas. And those are my cold colors.
Yeah.
And then we got that warm spell and melted all the snow away. So, but see, that's so cool. It's so cool to calculate all this. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I've never been as interested in temperature in my life, and I've never been as excited with sub-zero temperatures ever.
Right.
So that's the idea of a temperature quilt. Hopefully, if you think it's fun, if you have a special date or year you want to commemorate or month or whatever, it doesn't have to be a full year. But I would be happy to show you how to use Sue Pellin's templates. They're so much faster. Those of you who know me know that I cannot do I just can't. And I can't do anything by hand. So this was a quick way, even though it took a while because there's 365 days a year, 2 leaves per day. So when I got past the year, I pulled out all the leaves I needed. I did my tallies and I pulled out all the leaves I needed and just buttonholed those and did a month, and then went back and did the months. So if you do a year that's already completed, it's another thing, I just want to warn you. Got the bright idea that I would change the thread for every color. So they're all variegated threads. And when you're doing it as you go, that's a pain. Because let's say you need a green one and an orange one. Now you got to switch threads to do the actual leaf. And then I sewed everything together in gray because that's what I do. So that took time. Where when I tallied, I did all the yellows at one time and all the oranges at one time and all the greens that I had left and all the purples. And so I could use the same thread and it didn't. You don't have to change the thread. I have a ton of variegated thread in many colors. So I thought, that's a perfect chance to use it. Didn't realize it would really slow me down in January and November, or January and February. Shortly after that, I gave up and just waited till the month was over. So, but if you're at all interested, either comment or let us know, and we'll think about offering it. I think it would be fun, and it would be a chance. Sue Pellin used to say, when we were doing this, it was 2022. So she said, your goal is to sew 22 minutes a day. So if we have even a monthly or maybe twice a month, you could get all caught up with your buttonhole stitch and putting them together and stuff like that. And I'll show you how I organized everything. But let me know so we know what we're doing. Okay.
All right.
What's up next?
Do you want to I'll hand you these and you can talk about.
Okay.
This is going to be our.
This is our semi-box opening.
Yeah.
Our what you call it?
Our box was too sticky to box open it.
Our faux box opening.
Yes.
These are gorgeous. Getting ready for Christmas. Do you want me to open them?
Sure. Why not? Right. And then, just open like a little bit so we can hold them up.
Can you give me something that's sticky? Or that now? Don't say the word sticky.
Not everybody has fingernails.
There. I have them. They just don't like me. All right. Here's one. These are Deb Strain. If you've seen any of hers, they are gorgeous. Okay. Some nice green with snowflakes. Okay. Then the next couple have the same pattern but on different colored backgrounds. These are just amazing. I love Christmas fabrics. I don't know why. I have a million of them, but I love Christmas fabrics. Look at that one. Oops, hang on. There. You can see it better. Isn't it pretty with the little tiny berries? They're so cute. All right, that's the one on white. Then we have it on green.
Good job.
See, I'm getting better at this. There it is on green.
It's like more of a sagey green than what you're seeing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit yellowed in the
with the white
video.
Dots.
Yeah.
And then my favorite one, because I like my dark color.
That's a nice one.
I love this one. It's not the same pattern, but it's the same colors, same line. Look at that. Is that not just gorgeous? It's so pretty with sage and what color is that blue?
It's like a jade, like the color of a jade plant.
Yeah.
And then there's a lighter color. I don't know. They're just pretty.
Antique blue or something?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never know my blue. It's just blue to me. And then this one, I can hear my sister Nancy. If she saw this one, she'd be going crazy. Well, she's crazy anyway, but that's okay. Right, Beth? All right. So, look at that.
That one's my favorite. I'm a red fan.
She's a red girl. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, with the pine cones.
I love it.
So we didn't get a ton of fabrics from the line. But this, we did get
Can you-
these.
Do you
I
want me
think
to
they're
do
going to
that?
be
Or can you
able to be
reach it?
seen from here.
Okay.
We did get the charm packs,
Which
This
have
is-
all the fabrics in the
yeah.
line.
So you get an idea of these. These would be great for table runners, or we have a pattern for ornaments that call for charm packs. So they've got a nice little assortment of sort of classic Christmas colors.
They're so pretty.
Yeah, oh, there's that red. So yeah, so it is now midsummer, which means that all of the Christmas
It's
fabric
coming in.
is coming or going to different shops. And this is our first line. We have something else coming soon. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, there's our little unboxing without the box. Jacob was here the other day, and he wasn't doing anything. And whenever my kids aren't doing anything,
Gotta
I'm
keep 'em
like,
busy.
what's a job for Jacob? And he very graciously undid the box and took it out of the building. It was so sticky.
Did they see the little house?
Yeah,
Isn't
that's so
it
fun.
cute? It's just so
It's so
pretty.
cozy.
It is.
Someone on here commented, I know we have to start early, but it feels wrong looking at Christmas now. It sure does. It sure does.
I was in Arkport, New York yesterday. My mom took my mom and my sister for a hair appointment. And I went into this amazing store whose name just left me. Bev, help me out here. But anyway, I almost had it. But anyway, it's got home decor and stuff like that. And she and I got talking about when you get your Christmas stuff in, and how, as a person who owns a shop, you have to think of Christmas like
now,
within a month after Christmas, so you can order everything so that it comes at this point in time.
Bev says berry vine.
Yes, berry vine. I bought the cutest little stuffed animal for my girl. It's a Warmsy, and it's a big purple teddy bear, and you put it in the microwave right before she goes to bed.
Aww.
And then it's got beans in it. It's all soft and cuddly. I cannot wait to take it out to her.
That's a great idea.
So I loved it.
We could have solved so many problems when my kids were babies.
There you go. So she doesn't have trouble sleeping, but you know what? Everybody needs a purple bear.
A little
so
warm.
It's all good. So hopefully she's not watching. But anyway, are we ready for 3, 2, 1?
I'm ready.
Do we know where it is? We
I
had
thought
it.
it was-
That's 3.
Yeah, we got 3. So
What were we going to do?
I know what we were going to do. I just don't see them.
Are they out on
So we'll let you
front
talk
desk?
about
All
3.
right. For those of you who don't know 3, 2, 1, this is how we try to end each Facebook Live. And what we do is we pick 3 items. The number 3 is always a $3 a yard fabric. And then the number 2 is number 2. And then number 1 is number 1. So, well, I was going to say
Sometimes
something,
it's
but
the last one left. But not
sometimes it
always.
is, but not this time. All right, so our $3 fabric per yard. Look at that. It's so pretty. I can't read it.
Liberty Garden.
Liberty Garden. Glad you can read it.
Well, it says it's on the bottom.
Oh, okay. I think this would make beautiful bags. It would make beautiful linings for bags. It's just pretty. It's a different kind of green. Matter of fact, some people might call it blue, but I call it green. With the pretty white flowers and stuff like that. We have a fair amount, but that means nothing. The one we had last week was gone before the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's not on the website yet, right? Or don't you
It's
put
not
these?
on the website.
It's not going to be.
Sometimes they are, but this one is not.
This one is not, because we haven't gotten that far.
Yeah.
So if you want it, you need to call us or come in and get it. But like I said, sometimes
Or comment on here.
Or comment.
Yeah.
Sometimes they sit around for a while. Other times they're gone. It all depends who likes it.
That was an excellent sound effect. Perfect for that. Yeah.
It's like the sound from something. I don't know. I'm crazy. All right. So number 2.
Number 2 is this.
Isn't it pretty? It's zippered. Okay, it's a zippered pouch. And crinkly. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the stuff they make grain bags out of. If you have animals and you buy grain, like I buy grain for my chickens and my goat and stuff, that's what it's tough. It's very durable.
It's Tyvek.
Okay, it's Tyvek.
Yeah.
I was just trying to be, All right, it's regular $4.99. This is the only one we have, correct?
Yep, that's the last
so
one.
It is going for $2.
So actually, that should have been the number one.
It should have been, yeah. We kind of goofed this up. So this pretend it's number one, and it's $2. It's the last one. When it's gone, it's gone. We're done. And the 1/2 is our packets of elastic. And this is flat navy elastic. This hunkers back to the mask days.
Remember those?
Yeah, remember. And what I thought was really interesting when we were having all that smoke from Canada, the news people were saying, dig out those mask, people, because the particles are really heavy. So see, masks aren't going to go away completely. So
right, you could make more masks for the next smoke day.
There you go. These are regular $3.68. They're $1 a package.
Does it say how long those are? Because they could be used for something other than masks, I'm sure.
Says nothing. Oh wait, yes it does. 5 yards.
5 yards each.
5 yards of elastic. You could put it in a bag, cute little elastic bag. You could put it in anything, shorts, whatever. So they are $1 a package. Are these the only 2 packages we have?
Yes.
These are the only 2 packages we have. So if you want one, 5 yards, $1 each. Okay? All right. Anything else we need to cover? Any questions? You like our bees?
I did have.
Our bees are awesome. I didn't have enough energy. I can't figure out what to do before we get closer to 4th of July and I can wear my red, white, and blue again. Plus red, white, and blue clashed with my shirt. So we grabbed the bees.
Oh, we have some folks who found us on the shop hop.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
I'm so glad you're here. It was fun. The shop hop is always an interesting time. Can be hectic, though I must say I never felt overwhelmed. So you guys were great spacing each. I'm sure you had nothing to do with this, but you were very good at spacing each other out. So I didn't feel overwhelmed. We did extend our hours, and everyone who came in during the extended hours thanked us for extending them. We appreciate that. We like it when our efforts go noticed instead of unnoticed. So we're glad you're here. We hope you come back and see us.
We have lots of fun comments on here about what you should do with temperature quilts. You'll have to read them.
All right, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yay.
And then there's one more.
You could do the month you got married, and then, depending on how well the marriage is going, changes the color of the leaves.
Oh,
see?
That's getting into all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Bev says something about you've been approved by Sue Pelland to teach her techniques.
Yes, Sue does not do certified instructors anymore. Since COVID, she has discovered that she can teach anyone in the world because she teaches from her home. She does, however, she's coming this October to Schoodic, which is up in Maine, which Beverly organizes the retreat. And she teaches for us in person. So if you're at all interested in that, I have the information on that retreat. Just let us know you want it and I will mail it to you. Or you can stop in. I have flyers in my bag as we speak. But she told me that if she did have certified instructors, she definitely considers me one of them. So I am approved. I'm not doing this without her permission. And we're going to be, bless you, we're going to be teaching a couple other Sue Pelland things in the future. So it's a phenomenal system. I am actually starting a clamshell class the 20th of this month. I'm almost ready. But
got 5 days.
Yep. But at the rate I'm going, I completely forgot what day today was. So I managed to get here for Facebook Live. So yes, we're frazzled a little, but we're pulling it off. We're doing good. So, any other comments?
Nope.
We're good.
I mean, yes, but none that I
We'll
wanted
check
to
them
bring
out
up. Yep.
after we close it down, so we don't keep you all longer. But if you are interested in anything, this first look is not on the website yet.
Right.
So give us a little time. Give Tara a little time. I have nothing.
Not till Christmas, but a couple days.
I put stickers on. That's all I do. Same way with these guys. They're not on yet. But
the Harvest Moon is.
The Harvest Moon fabric that you saw that we showed you, and we didn't show you all of it.
Right.
There's more. They're just gorgeous. And in the near future, we actually have commercial packs they put together that have a lot of them. We're trying to count them, but they flip-flop them.
I think you said around 30.
Somewhere around there. Pretty much every single one in the line, probably. But they are not on the website yet, but the yardage is on the website. And then if you come in, I cut some fabric, fat quarters from those fabrics. That's what we showed you. So those are available to purchase. So just be patient with us, and that stuff will be available. So are we all set?
We are.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. And hopefully I won't see you next week. I'm taking my mother to a doctor's appointment because my sister Donna is busy. So it will be Tara, and hopefully Brenda will be able to be back. But the week after that, Tara's going away for her anniversary. They're sneaking away. And so Brenda and I are doing it solo. And it's going to be while the cat's away, the mice will play. Wait till you see that headgear. I already bought it and I have it at my house. So in 2 weeks, I'll see you again. And we'll be, Brenda and I will be flying without Tara. She'll probably be watching us. I know she will. So you guys have a great week, and talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, friends.